The National Broadcasting Company takes pleasure in presenting another Stan Kenton Concert in Miniature. Music direct from Fort Sheridan, Illinois. We hope you'll find this array of collective and individual expressions in the idiom of American jazz refreshing. Yes, this concert in miniature is now in motion as we bring you once again your conductor, modern America's man of music, Stan Kenton.
Bill, that's a wonderful introduction to this concert in miniature, and we want the rest of the show to go just as evenly as the announcement of the opening here, and we've decided not to do any experimenting this first number this evening. We've decided to delve into the standard catalog of the Kenton music. Standard, that means something that's played a great deal more than most of the other things. Just an instrumental expression on Cole Porter's Love for Sale. You know, one of the things in the field of music business that we all strive for as a singer, performer of any kind, is to be identified with a composition or a number. Such famous people today are thought of in direct terms, really, with things that they have introduced and built up and made and helped the public to accept. Such is it true with musicians. You think of the field of jazz, there are some men that are identified with certain compositions, others, and that's the way you begin to know them is through their music. Here's a composition that was written by a guy by the name of Shorty Rogers for another guy a little bit taller, another trumpeter, Connie Condoli. Here's the Count's version of the thing that we play called Round Robin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connie Condoli. Take a bow, Count. You know, this next musician has many things, really. He has a wife that believes in him a great deal. Her name is Mimi. He has a Jaguar automobile that he enjoys a great deal. He has a string bass, and where we're very lucky, he has a job in the Kenton Orchestra. We're lucky because we have him. Talking about Don Bagley, the guy we call Bags. Bags, that's your cue. Bags and baggage. Bags, you can have a bow. Take another bow. This next number, say, buddy, will you come over here a moment? I've never asked this chap to talk before on Concert in Miniature, but I think it's about time that you people got to meet him. A lot of people know him in music. I want you to know, buddy, that I apologize for the pacing of the number here. He's the first trumpet player, and sometimes I give him something that is very difficult, we'll say, and strenuous to play as a first trumpet player. Then we ask him to play a solo. So I thought, buddy, while your chops rest, we might visit a bit.
Well, that's nice.
Buddy, I wanted the people to know the year you joined the orchestra. When did you come in? What?
January 1943.
And how old were you?
16.
16?
Yeah.
You told me you were 17.
Well, I was almost 17. That's pretty close.
Well, buddy, it's wonderful. You were the first, really the youngest of this era of musicians to come with us, and we appreciate very much the work that you've done with this orchestra over a period of years, and I think that I can speak for the things that you did for Woody Herman, for Tommy Dorsey, and the year you spent in Hollywood with Frank Duval and his orchestra. And we feel thrilled, Willie, that you're back with the orchestra, and we appreciate very much this job as first trumpet.
Well, I'm happy to have it.
Very good. I'll tell you what, then. Would you mind departing for a moment from the strenuous sounds of leading this brass section and take your place at that microphone over there, where we can have something of an individual expression from you and the way you feel about this next number. Childers, if you're ready, I'll give the downbeat for this version of yours of All the Things You Are. That was Buddy Childers, the gentleman that ordinarily stays in the back row running the brass section, the trumpet section, and has quite a load to carry, and seldom do we get him down in front for a solo, and it's nice to be able to present him in such a thing as he just performed. This next number is something that's geared a bit higher, and it's geared not for one, but for a group of musicians collectively, and there are a few individual spots, too. Lee Konitz will be playing here, improvising alto saxophone. You'll hear the tenor saxophone of Bill Holman. Carney Condoli blows. At the moment, I think that sums the headlining and the billing of the particular composition up, except for the title itself. Gentlemen, Young Blood. That's a thing called young blood, and as I mentioned, not in the right order. The correct order was Carney Condoli trumpet, Bill Holman tenor saxophone, and Lee Konitz alto saxophone. And it might be nice at the moment, too, to inform you people that the drums were played by Stan Levy. Sal Salvador played guitar. Vinnie Dean was playing first saxophone. Bob Burgess played first trombone, and quite a group of other musicians. I'm sure if I got into the whole orchestra, it'd sound like we had a phone book open. Fellas, there's one thing that we should do here at the moment, and that is, in a sense, musically put a dot at the end of this sentence. So, Stan, will you give us a roll? Bill Grisky.
Yes, Stan.
Just wanted you to know one thing, what a wonderful thing it is for you fellas to come up here to Fort Sheridan this evening and help us out with this broadcast, because I'm afraid without you and Herb and such fellas yourself from NBC standing by, there'd be a bit of a scuffle occasionally.
Oh, it was a real pleasure, Stan. What's an old evergreen like me going to say, other than it was real solid? Yes, NBC has brought you another Stan Kenton concert in miniature. Stan Kenton's refreshingly original conception of modern music, a direct reflection of contemporary American jazz. Our broadcast tonight came to you direct from Fort Sheridan, Illinois. For the next 3 weeks, Stan Kenton's concert in miniature will be heard over many of these same stations 1/2 hour earlier than usual. Join us next week, then, 1/2 hour earlier, for another Stan Kenton concert in miniature with modern America's man of music, Stan Kenton. This is Bill Grisky speaking.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.